Hi, dear student. Last time we consider our important videos, that is the power in AC circuit. It is for 12th class physics student. It is also used for entrance exam. Today we start our session for BSc student as well as engineering student, and we start our session by this chapter. It is an important chapter, that is the laser. Our name of the chapter is laser. We know all about the laser. We know all about the uses of laser. Laser are the number of fields the laser are used. For example, in medical field, laser used in a laser therapy. Okay, so what is the stands for laser? What is the abbreviation of laser? So laser stands for L for light, A for amplification, S for stimulate, E for emission, and R for radiation. Means laser stands for light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. Laser is the outgrowth of maser. Maser amplifies the microwaves. We know the uses of maser. The first successful laser is ammonia laser. First successful laser is a ruby laser. Okay, so how this laser work? What is the principle of laser? To understand the working principle of laser, first we study about the interaction of radiation with matter. Interaction of radiation with matter. Interaction of radiation with matter, it is a quantum mechanical view. Means in this radiation we use the quantum picture of the light, and we know that the quantum picture of light is the stream of photons, which consist of each photon possesses the energy h mu. That is, h is the Planck constant, mu is the frequency of a photon. So to understand the working principle of laser, we know the interaction of radiation with matter. Means in case of this radiation take place in a material medium. Matter means it is a material medium. This radiation takes place in a material medium, which is a composed of identical atom or molecules. Okay, so these atom or molecules moves from one energy state to another energy state, because atoms allow the discrete energy state. And it goes from one energy state to another energy state when it receive or release the energy which is equal to the energy difference between these state. So for the sake of simplicity, we restricted our discussion for the two energy state. One is the lower energy state, that is E1 is the lower energy state. And E2 is the excited state. Means E1 and E2. These two states are common to all atoms. Okay, and we know that the radiation consists of the stream of photon, each of energy h mu, and if h mu equal to E2 minus E1, h mu equal to E2 minus E1 means it is the energy difference between lower energy state and excited state, then the interaction of radiation with a matter, it is most important, interaction of radiation with a matter leads to three different process. First is the absorption process. Second is the spontaneous process. Means it is the spontaneous emission, and third is the stimulate emission. Absorption, spontaneous emission, and stimulated emission. Then we discuss about the absorption process, how this absorption process occurs in a material medium, and how the atom goes from one energy state to other energy state. So in absorption process, initially the atom residing in a lower energy state, it is denoted by E1. It is an atom, and E2 is the excited state. It is a lower energy state. E1 is the lower energy state. It is a excited state. Okay. So in absorption process, initially the atom residing in a lower energy state. When this atom goes from one state to other state, it is called as the transition of atom. When atom goes from one energy state to other energy state, or it jumps from one energy state to other energy state, it is the transition of atom. So when this atom goes from one energy state to other energy state, when this atom receive the some amount of energy, and this energy is equal to the energy difference between two states. Means this is the energy, and this energy, it is equal to E2 minus E1. This energy, it is equal to E2 minus E1. This energy h mu, it is equal to E2 minus E1. Means the atoms in a lower energy state. This is the atoms, and this is the energy h mu. This atom absorbs the energy and goes to the excited state. Means this is the picture of atom before absorb the energy. Then after absorb the energy, atom jumps into the excited state. So atom disappear from lower energy state, and it is goes to the excited state. This transition is the absorption transition. And process in which this transition occurs, it is known as absorption process. Then what is the picture of this absorption process after receiving the energy? That is, it is the excited state, it is the lower energy state. So atom appear in the excited state. So this transition is the absorption transition, and process is the absorption process, and it is represented by represented by A plus H mu tends to A star. A plus H mu tends to A plus H mu and it tends to A star, where A is the atom in lower energy state and A star is the atom in a excited state. A is the atom in a lower energy state and atom in a lower energy state, and A star is a atom in an excited state. Atom in an excited state, and this is the absorption transition. This is the absorption transition, and process is the absorption. It is also known as induced absorption. It is also known as induced absorption. Okay, then next we consider how the number of absorption transition occurs in a particular time, and this number of absorption transition measured by the rate of absorption, which is directly proportional to first factor is density of first factor is density of atoms in a lower energy state. Density of atom in a lower energy state, it is denoted by N1. It is denoted by N1, and second is the photon energy density. This is also called as the photon density or spectral density, and which is a function of the frequency mu. So it is denoted by U function of frequency mu. U function of frequency mu. So rate of absorption, it is denoted by R12 is directly proportional to N1. R12 directly proportional to R12 directly proportional to N1. R12 directly proportional to energy density of the function V. So R12 directly proportional to N1 U of V. R12 some proportionality constant B12 N1 U of V. R12 B12 N1 U of V, and this is the rate of absorption. This is the rate of absorption for absorption process. This is the rate of absorption for absorption process, and B12 is the constant of proportionality, and this is known as the Einstein coefficient of absorption. This is called as the Einstein coefficient of absorption. Okay, so this is all about the absorption process, and next process, that is the stimulated emission, spontaneous emission, we will discuss in our next session. This video is important for engineering physics student as well as for BSc physics student. So share this video to your friends, engineering student. Thank you so much. The name of our channel is Equinox Physics.